Are you thinking of moving from New York to North Carolina? And you're curious if it's your friends and cousins who have already made the move south. You want to know if what they're saying is the truth. Is this really this amazing place? Or are they scared to admit that they made a mistake? If this sounds like you, then you clearly are not alone. Join me on this journey to understand why your friends and family are leaving the cold and the snow and the high taxes, and why they're moving to North Carolina. North Carolina is home to a host of amazing cities like Asheville, which is this little bohemian paradise out in the mountains, to the coastal community of Wilmington, which has a flair for Hollywood productions. And if you're looking for award-winning cities, then look no further than Raleigh, North Carolina and Charlotte, North Carolina. Both of these cities have become top destinations. If you have thought of making a move, I'd love to hear from you. My name's Joe McIntosh, and I'm a realtor here for North and South Carolina. And every day I hear from amazing people just like you who are thinking of moving to this great state. So give me a call early in the process. I'd love to help you get here. And if you're feeling generous, could you please hit the like and the subscribe button? Let's take a look at a few things that make this state amazing. We have a flourishing job market. The state is rich in history, culture, and opportunity, especially if you're looking to relocate to warmer climates. Each year since 2020, 99,000 people annually have relocated to North Carolina. So you won't be alone. I think half of New York moved here last year. You may have heard Charlotte, North Carolina is one of the fastest growing cities in the US and wondered why. What makes Charlotte so great? For city dwellers flocking from larger hubs like New York, Charlotte still offers a twinkly skyline, a surplus of things to do. Think brewery tours, ball game, festivals, museum, all of that fun stuff you want to go do. We have all that, but with blissfully lower rents and real estate prices, and even a slightly lower cost of living than the national average, depending on where you are in the state. So let's take a look at some advantages and disadvantages of moving to North Carolina from New York, because it's never gonna be perfect. Here is not gonna be just like there. We're gonna have to, understand a few things. And if you are thinking more and more about moving to North Carolina, here are some things to consider. The advantages. Enjoy a more affordable cost of living. According to Rent Cafe, which is an amazing resource you're gonna need, the cost of living in North Carolina is 6% cheaper than the national average. That means you can save significantly on food, utilities, transportation just by relocating here. Get a raise, put more money in your pocket. In contrast, New York is 68% higher than the national average, which means a lot more of your salary will go towards living expenses, or as I sometimes call it, just survival. Now, let's talk about housing, as it's usually your biggest expense. It is 15% cheaper to buy a house in North Carolina than it is in the US as a whole, with reports showing a median home cost of about $303,000. Now remember, that's gonna depend, that's on the state as a whole, not each individual city. Housing costs in New York are over double the national average. Matter of fact, it's 124.3% higher to buy a home in New York. If you have bought a home, imagine how much more home, how much more neighborhood, how much more community or a better quality neighborhood you could have bought in North Carolina for the same money. The median home price in New York State is $799,000, which can create a challenge for young professionals and even anybody out of school just trying to buy a home. That's a big barrier of entry there. One of the biggest differentiators in wealth in this country is home ownership, and one that I take very seriously. Buying one home correctly can drastically change you and your family's financial outlook forever. In North Carolina, you can stay near many prestigious colleges. Whether you're relocating as a young person fresh out of school, are you middle-aged with a family and thinking about where are my kids gonna go to college? You can't go wrong by living in the state of North Carolina that is filled with many top-rated universities. Some of the best colleges in North Carolina include the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, North Carolina State University, and the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, often referred to as UNCC. Let's cover some of the disadvantages. You're gonna have fewer nightlife options. It's no secret that places like the Big Apple are known for their busy city and atmosphere, nightlife, bars, clubs, restaurants. The names show up in songs, books, and poems. And if you're looking for that fast-paced of life, go, 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 all the time, then New York is easily one of the top places to move to and live, as long as you stay in the city. In fact, it's even been ranked as the number 4 best place for nightlife. I thought it would have been number 1. Now, don't get us wrong. North Carolina still has a great nightlife, especially in cities like Charlotte. You can sit on a rooftop bar and see the countryside, stare into the mountains, or go to Asheville, amazing nightlife, and Raleigh also. However, we scored number 15 on the list of the US's most fun states, coming in behind New York in terms of entertainment. But within your bigger cities, you will still find amazing things to do. The other thing you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to plan out a long distance move. It's stressful. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. I beg you, please call me early, call me in the early stages of your move. I've moved across the country many times. I think I've made every mistake there is. I've got a video on it you can check out also. So get with me early about moving. And if you've thought of moving again, please give me a call. I'd love to speak to you and help you and your family move across the country. I am a realtor here from North and South Carolina. And if you're feeling generous, could you please hit the subscribe button? I'd really appreciate it. It definitely does help me and this channel and lets me know what kind of content you want to see. But hey, nowhere's perfect. So let's look at some of the reasons people are moving to North Carolina. Number 1 is the astounding outdoors. From the pristine sandy shores of the Outer Banks to the majestic Blue Ridge Mountains, North Carolina offers an abundance of breathtaking landscapes. There's not many places you can snow ski, water ski, and play in the ocean. Irrespective of your location in the state, there are countless opportunities for exploration and engagement in outdoor pursuits. Oh, and guess what? You don't have to pay to go to the beaches here. My friends on Long Island told me that. Blew my mind. The beaches are free for everybody to enjoy. So whether you fancy trekking and ascending the peaks, enjoying the coastline, navigating the whitewater rapids, marvel at spectacular waterfalls, or simply embarking on a picturesque journey through the Blue Ridge Mountains, go up there in the fall and it'll be unlike anything you've ever seen. The array of outdoor escapades here is boundless. Let's talk about the job market, which has been a key magnet for newcomers. North Carolina attracts a surge of individuals, primarily due to the plentiful job prospects it offers. The state has witnessed a significant influx of young professionals seeking employment opportunities. This surge can be attributed to the state's growth across various industries. Notably, Charlotte stands as a prominent financial center, hosting the headquarters of Bank of America, Truist Bank. Wells Fargo has a massive operations here, and there's even international banks here. Charlotte is a banking hub. It's the #2 banking center in the country behind New York City. Charlotte has also become a leader in technology with a focus on fintech. Really no surprise there. Banking and fintech go together. Additionally, Research Triangle Park, often referred to as RTP, and is anchored by 3 major research universities in Durham, Raleigh, and Chapel Hill, is home to over 170 companies, attracting career-oriented young professionals. The state also showcases lauded healthcare facilities, a substantial military presence, which is amazing. I'm a US Navy veteran and recent retiree myself, and an abundance of positions in biotechnology, information technology, all of the energy sectors. So we're all covered here. And with Raleigh, a tech hub, and with tech emerging in Charlotte on a grand scale, the job opportunities here are robust and diverse. And with all of those jobs and the great money they're gonna pay you, is gonna come a more stable cost of living. So if you take North Carolina's thriving job market, our reasonably priced housing, the rationale behind the influx of individuals from other states becomes apparent when you look at it on paper. You're like, man, no wonder all my neighbors have left me here in New York and fled south. Not only does North Carolina feature more budget-friendly home, but it also features lower tax rates. Say what? Economical rental prices, and cost-effective options for food, groceries, and utilities. You're gonna have more money to live, to spend time with your kids, and take amazing vacation. Remarkably, the overall cost of living in North Carolina stands at approximately 45% less than that of New York. Education within the state of North Carolina is a top priority. I talked to you a little bit about the higher education. Our public school systems are pretty amazing, whether you wanted private, public, or magnet or charter schools. The state's got you covered for however your children needs to learn. One thing the state is fastly being known for is breweries and food. North Carolina proudly showcases some of the best eateries in the nation, consistently ranking among the most food innovative scenes in the country. The food here is delicious. While often renowned for delectable barbecue, as y'all probably know by now, is my favorite. The state is also a haven for exceptional dining establishments, celebrated chefs, bearing the moniker, the state of Southern beer. North Carolina boasts a staggering 170 breweries, solidifying its position as one of the swiftly advancing craft brewery landscapes in the country. So if we go to see houses, we'll have the opportunity to eat some good food, and when we're done and you're tired, you can grab a tasty cold beer. So what do you think, guys? Is North Carolina sounding as good as your neighbors and cousins have made it out to be? I hope you've enjoyed this video and I've been able to tell you a little bit about the great state of North Carolina. And again, if you have thought of moving, I'd love to hear from you. My name's Joe McIntosh. I'm a realtor here from North and South Carolina, and I look forward to helping you and your family in their move across the country. If you're feeling generous, could you please hit the subscribe button? It helps me know which videos my audience really likes. Until next time, guys, y'all have a great one. Thanks for watching another episode. Carolina salute.